Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all good. I've missed you all. Okay, so today's YouTube video, I'm just gonna kind of give you a little breakdown of what it's gonna be about. So I'm just gonna talk about the build for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go and talk about things that are happening within the Sims community and what's happening with the game. And yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting because I'm going to talk about my thoughts and opinions and how I feel about this kind of new merge that's going in a very different direction than any other Sim game has before. But anyway, first things first, the build here today. I thought it'd be kind of fun to just kind of do a little community build about generic, I don't know, celebrations. So today I'm going to be using my two least favourite packs on The Sims 4. Kind of. They're not my two least favourite packs because of their... I mean, yes, they are. One that is low quality, but the kits I'm going to... The kits? Oh, God. The packs I'm going to be using are My Wedding Stories and the Party Essentials kit. And there's different reasons for why I'm using both of these packs in today's build and trying to get my usage out of them. So this is kind of like a wedding venue / birthday party area, and I used most of these packs. I also did use a few select others, but primarily these are these two packs. Anyway, so why I'm using these packs today, so basically I'm going to give you a little history lesson on The Sims 4. Sims 4 came out in 2014 and it initially released with 3 concepts of expansions for the game. So we have expansion packs, which are the most expensive. They have considerably the most content. They usually come with a new world, new gameplay aspects, new cast and new building. Then you have a gameplay pack, or game pack that it's called, and it would primarily consist again of worlds. If you have an occult, it would mostly come with a world, a lot of gameplay, a lot of cast, and a lot of build mode stuff. So game packs were primarily worth more of your money if you just kind of wanted something to add to your game but not completely break your bank. You would probably go for a game pack because they're relatively on the cheaper side but still have a lot of content. And then we had stuff packs, which were originally released, which one of the first ever stuff packs ever released was luxury party stuff, and this is where my qualms come in with the first kit we're going to talk about today. But a stuff pack, is usually just something kind of more specific. For example, we have the Home Chef Hustle kit, which oh my god, the amount of times I'm going to say a pack name and then a kit, it's going to annoy me. Anyway, so the Home Chef Hustle stuff pack, which kind of came with a selling table, a waffle maker and a pizza oven, along with other cast items and build mode items. They are bigger than kits and also have gameplay aspects as well. And then you have kits that are split into 3 different opponents. You have gameplay, you have cast, and you have build mode. Cast stands for Create a Sim for non-simmers watching this. So they initially released 3 kits when the kits were first announced. They released the Bust to Dust gameplay kit, they released the retroactive cast kit, and they released the country kitchen building kit. So these 3 kits were very controversially looked at because it really did seem like a microtransaction, and that was just kind of the worst thing you could ever say to a Sims player, especially currently when these kits released. And it was kind of weird timing as well, because when kits got released, the questions of The Sims 5 started to swirl about, and people were kind of discussing when's the next Sims pack or Sims game going to be, and then they released this entire new wave of packs, and people got very confused. People are still kind of confused about the situation, so maybe this can help as a little I don't know, guide into what's kind of happening with The Sims, good or bad, it's happening. So my qualms about these 2 packs. So the Party Essentials kit came out, I think it was just a few months ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago this kit came out, and I did not initially buy it. This is the first time I'm playing with it, but the reason why I didn't buy it was because we have loads and loads of party kind of packs. We have this luxury party stuff pack, which was the stuff pack that came out back in 2014. We have, the wedding stories pack, and then we have loads and loads of kind of other party essential stuff thrown in other packs. So it felt like a wee bit cash grabby to kind of release a kit that had already been made. But in my opinion, they kind of realised that their pack refreshes, which they kind of started to do but never done again, they done it with one pack, wasn't helping sales to games, so they kind of realised, we'll just remake the packs. So they remade the pack, which is kind of crazy, because I would personally say that the Party Essentials kit is a lot better than the, a luxury party stuff, which was released years ago and is 2 times the price, which is kind of crazy. But I just kind of feel like they've kind of hit a wall, and they are slightly running out of ideas on what kind of packs to pursue and do next. What other original ideas can The Sims possibly come up with to cash at a £5 price point? It's very difficult. Right now, sit and think about all different packs you could release for £5. It's going to be very hard to. Recycling content, I am not surprised at all. The next pack is My Wedding Stories pack. Now, this pack is so controversial. It originally looked like it was going to be an expansion pack. People can have this theory around the fact that it was supposed to be an expansion pack, but they realised they couldn't have enough content to flesh it out enough to be an expansion pack, to the point where people would catch on, and this was just the last kind of cusp of these game packs that we've seen. And then we moved on to just having an expansion pack every now 4 to 5 months. It is really getting to the point where we are not expecting new packs, like game packs or stuff packs. We're expecting new expansion packs. Now you'd think, okay, well maybe with all this content being merged into an expansion pack, maybe these expansion packs will be more fleshed out. No. These expansion packs feel less fleshed out. They feel more rushed and more buggy. And I don't know if the code of the game cannot keep up anymore, because you need to remember, this game was made probably back in about 2012-13 and released in 2014, or probably made before that. This original base game game was very rushed out to the public. We came and we seen that we didn't have toddlers, we didn't have infants, we didn't have pools, we didn't have ghosts, we didn't have so many aspects to every other Sims game before its time. It was so obvious that this game was rushed and So with kind of broken code when the game was rushed, and then we added all these, quick fixes to try and make people happy, and then we've implicated well over 100 packs. It's just no wonder the game is finding it hard to run everything, especially if you're someone like me. I create Sims content, and then also at the same time I really enjoy this game, so I have purchased everything from The Sims, and it's very difficult because I pick and choose what I want to purchase, especially when it comes to kits. And that is why I would say to anyone who is thinking about buying a pack for The Sims 4, maybe you're really enjoying playing the base game, but you think you need something to feel a little bit more fleshed out. I do want to create a pack racing video and my thoughts and opinions on the packs, but kind of at the same time, it's very hard for me to, voice my opinions, because my opinions change all the time. But I can only tell you right now, with My Wedding Stories, it's the most broken pack in the game, and for a long time it broke the entire game, because you could no longer do normal ceremony weddings that only came with the patch for the Lovestruck expansion. You could not do ceremonies without using this pack. If you own this pack, you have to use a ceremony in this way, and it was just really broken. It really just made it a very stressful experience, and I'm a very highly strung person. I feel like I get stressed out at the smallest little thing, so having an event that just didn't work. This pack just didn't work, and it's a very, very amazing concept, but also at the same time, it just doesn't work. I'm with those people who originally did think this pack was supposed to be an expansion pack, and then kind of turned into what it is now. Because that's very clear with the kind of long list of expansion packs we've got in the next few years. So that's kind of why I built with these packs today, because I kind of wanted to prove to myself, even though I have spent my hard-earned cash on these packs, that these packs are still fun. They're still usable to the way I would want to use them. So this is what it is, and I'm just kind of building a venue that I can come back to throughout my generations and of my Sims, game, and just kind of enjoy with these two quote unquote party packs. Okay, so that's kind of us talking about the packs today. I want to talk about the future. The future of The Sims 4, because it's a very scary thought that the fact that this game is going to be around for, I would argue, another 5 to 10 years. It's very scary, very terrifying. If you're not up to date with The Sims news, like a normal person, I will explain. Basically, The Sims have kind of always had this, in the past 3 to 4 years, have had this underlining game, being talked about. It was called Project Renee. Now, originally, everybody thought Project Renee was going to be The Sims 5. Everyone thought Project Renee was going to be the new generation Sims game. We've had The Sims 2, The Sims 3, The Sims 4, and then Project Renee was going to be The Sims 5. Now, before Project Renee was even announced to the public, we knew about it because there was was it job openings, I think? And that was what it was titled. No, I don't know, because The Sims 4 was also had a nice code name. It was called Project Olympus, and this is now Project Renee. So it's kind of hinting to, this is going to be the new Sims generation game. This is going to be the new base game. Well, we got some shocking news when we found out this is going to be a multiplayer online experience. Now, I could not think of anything worse as a Sims player, because I think Sims players go to this kind of imaginary world that they specifically build up and basically just kind of play dolls. This is what this game is, this is what this situation is, and if you don't want to admit that, I'm so sorry, but this is what this game is, right? And unfortunately, I think they are not making enough money with this game because it's EA, and they're going to try to make kind of smaller microtransactions games, which if you have seen the leaked screenshots of the most recent ones as of October 2024 of Project Renee, it's looking like a microtransaction game. It's looking like My Sims Mobile and Sims Free Play. That's what it's looking like, and it's not gonna go down well. I'm telling EA, The Sims, now please revert back because The Sims 4 was originally supposed to be an online multiplayer, and it didn't work out because they rushed the game. So I think people would rather them just take their time on Project Renee. And then they dropped the lovely news that Project Renee is not going to be the new Sims generation game. It is going to run alongside The Sims 4, and The Sims 4's pack content will not slow down anytime soon. Sorry, I'm flabbergasted at this news. I genuinely was very shocked because I do love The Sims, but I knew we needed a new base game to work off of, because this game has been out for 10 years. Now 10 years. It was 10 years last month. It came out on my birthday. Happy birthday to me, I know. And there's been absolutely no news of The Sims 5. There has been slight rumours that they're also kind of working on another game to go along with it. But what the kind of family tree The Sims kind of looked like was The Sims City. That was originally first, and then they went to The Sims, and then The Sims Online, and there was loads and loads of problems with everything there I've just mentioned. So they sacked off The Sims Online, they sacked off Sim City, and now we were kind of just left with these kind of The Sims 4, The Sims 3, we even had things like The Sims Medieval and stuff like that. It was honestly quite funny, but it looks like that kind of ecosystem of The Sims is going to be happening again with the new release of the new My Sims. So if you don't know what My Sims is, it was a Nintendo game back in the early 2000s that was kind of like Animal Crossing, kind of, and it was Sims themed, and a lot of My Sim references are in the actual Sims 4 base game, which kind of makes you think, how long have they known about this plan and how long have they been working on it? It's kind of interesting to think about, but anyway, yeah. So they have re-released this game, kind of more acquired to recent, computers and stuff, so you can basically run it new. So that's kind of releasing along with the, I don't know if it was the medieval version. but there's 2 of those kind of games. And then they're going to have a multiplayer game, The Sims 4, and apparently in talks is a 3rd Sims game that they're going to kind of pre-work on and release alongside all these games. So it really looks like also, I just want to point out my balloon arch that I use with these balloons. I'm sorry I have to take a pause talking about, the politics of the Sims community, but this balloon arch was one of the best things I think I've ever created in this game, and I really just wanted to flex on it. Anyway, so yeah, it's basically a whole entire new ecosystem of this game. It's kind of very interesting to think about and explore as a Sims player who has played for most of that decade. I love this game. The Sims 4 is my favourite Sims game. I know it's controversial, but it just means so much to me. I think the art style is perfect for myself. And I understand why people are very scared about The Sims 5 and Project Renee and anything online. I am too. I kind of called it from the start. I knew it's going to be kind of like a Roblox game, because that is what all the kids are playing. Every single kind of child is playing Roblox, and it's very microtransaction-y, but they're making so much money. And EA, I think, feel the pressure and need to cash in to make the same amount of money, even though their community isn't that demographic they want to now, relate to, or they now want to target. So that's why I think they've made the decision to keep The Sims 4 running alongside these other projects, which I think is quite endearing, because along with that, they have made the promise to fix the game. Now, this is a very loaded promise, because I think we've had it one time before where The Sims came out and they said that they were going to, fix the game. But I'm actually a little bit optimistic about these new bug fixes and these new patches that are coming out, because I really do feel like they are trying to target everything, and they are trying to fix everything to be more playable for people. I play on console, so I cannot fix my game with mods or MC Command Center. I have to just play bare bones The Sims and not complain about it, because it's the game and I love the game. But it is sad to me, I think, because, I don't know, this game's always had problems, but I think with this new promise, it's kind of making me as a console player feel a little bit more seen, because I think with, I don't know, it's a big promise, but I feel a little bit better about that than everything else they've kind of mentioned. They've also talked about collaborating with CC creators to make their own packs and kits, and I am beyond excited for this, because CC creators who create free stuff and put it out for people for free can now be paid to make that professionally for EA and then sell it to us, which I think is great. This is a controversial opinion, because PC players have obviously had free CC for 10 years or longer for The Sims 3 as well, but for The Sims 4 for 10 years. And I think it's very scary for CC, CC, like, users, to people who use custom content to, see that they're soon going to be charged for that. But if you look at some of these custom content creators, they have just insane talent. They know exactly how to do things perfectly in The Sims. Because this game has been out for 10 years now, the people who work on custom content have absolutely mastered how to make it. So I think they should get paid from EA to make it, to implicate it into the game officially. And that also gives it access to us console players who, for me, I am willing to pay money for these custom content packs, because they are just so well done. And I think these custom content creators should have this opportunity to make money from such a talent, I would say. That is probably my 2 most favourite things about this game, where it's heading. Now, to talk about the new expansion pack that's getting released, Life and Death. I am very nervous, because I don't think I'm gonna like it. No, that's a lie. Okay, I probably will like it, because it's a Sims pack and I'm obsessed with The Sims. And the only thing I've seen on the trailer so far that I really, really like is the funerals and the idea of, like, paying respects to the dead, because I feel like once your Sims die in the game, like, that's it, they're dead. You don't really think about them anymore. your Sims mourn for like 24 hours and then you're done. So I think the funerals are going to be a really nice addition to the game. Yeah, and I think there's like other things with possessions, and basically the ghosts are now becoming a fully fledged cult, like vampires and werewolves and spellcasters. So they're going to be like a full fledged. I think they're going to have one of those trees, like the points trees, like famous people have, and then obviously all the cults as well, except mermaids and aliens. So I think it's going to have one of those skill trees, and it's going to be, I think you can pick to be a good ghost or a bad ghost or a like neutral ghost. I don't know. So I think it'll be really fun for people who like to play chaotically and play for like with occults. Personally, I don't play with occults. I don't know why I don't. It's just like I kind of like to play dolls. I like to kind of like imagine my little families. Before you ask, yes, most of my families have no problems in The Sims. I'm really bad at creating like dramatic storylines, so I just kind of play with my little perfect families, and that's why I'm building this venue for my perfect little family to throw their little daughter a birthday party. So you can imagine. But the new world, I think, seemed quite cool. I just really want a cold world now. We've had so many hot worlds with the new packs, because I just feel like they cannot be bothered to program seasons into the new world, so they make them all hot. But I really miss the snow. Okay, I miss the snow. I don't know. But I always play in cold worlds anyway, so that's just... I like the rain, I like the snow, it's comforting, because I live in such a cold place, it's kind of like home. But that's my only like qualm with the new pack, to be fair. I think it'll be very interesting. These Reaper rewards as well that the Sims are doing, I thought I would quickly just mention that. They are very interesting. It's actually quite difficult. If anyone has actually played it, please let me know. I've done week 1 as recording of this. I think week 2 just released today. So I think I'll try and play that along. But from what I've heard and seen on The Sims Reddit and just like online, like it's not easy, which maybe is like something kind of fun and different. But hey. Also, where have I been? I've been... It's a little bit weird to talk about, but I feel like a little bit I don't know, I don't obviously have a huge audience, or I do this like YouTube thing for complete my self-enjoyment. So, it's kind of, sometimes you feel a little demotivated and you don't have kind of people who watch wanting more, except my boyfriend James. He wants more, so I'm doing this for him, and also myself. Like, I do love doing this. I love The Sims. I play it almost every day. It's such a special game to me. So I really hope the Sims team, EA, they fix it. Like, please fix this game. It doesn't need a lot of fixing. It just needs slight adjustments to make it a lot more playable for players who don't have access. But yeah, guys, that has been me today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the love, the support, any comment left on this video, any like. If you've watched all the way to the end, holy hell, thank you so much for listening to me rant and rave and look at my mediocre building skills. It means the world to me. I hope you all have such a nice day. Please follow me on YouTube. Subscribe, but follow me on Instagram. And everything else. But thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. Goodbye.